Are you good? Is your lips parched? You good? You good?
I think so.
Okay, so we ain't gonna waste no time. A couple days ago on Instagram, now somebody sent me a story regarding mental health being related to pedophilia, whatever the proper term is. And do I think mental health is an excuse for pedophiles? Now, before I dive into what she had to say, and before we kind of dive into how Ben said, we probably going to sound wrong, but right at the same time. But I want to play the news clip because she sent me the clip of a middle school teacher, a woman who was arrested and fired for, I think, having an inappropriate relationship with, I believe it was 2 other girls. But let's dive into what they had to say.
Ooh, spicy.
This is from KPRC Houston.
Legal troubles tonight. Destiny Hillsman is accused of having an inappropriate relationship with 2 female students. Andy Sirota has been digging through court papers all day, and he's live in our newsroom with what he's uncovered. Andy?
Daniela, Destiny Hillsman is no longer working at HISD's Holland Middle School. The 25-year-old educator is accused of having an inappropriate relationship with 2 girls, a 13 and 14-year-old. According to court papers, Hillsman kissed and texted both girls, telling the 14-year-old at one point that she was her soulmate. In her statements to police, Hillsman also telling investigators that she professed her love to the 13-year-old and bought her a ring so they could have matching ones, telling her in a text message, quote, "I'm always with you forever." Also, according to court papers, Hillsman believed the 13-year-old was, quote, her person, and that if anyone ever found out about the 2 of them, she would look bad because she's an adult and the 13-year-old is a child. Court papers also state that she sent the 14-year-old a text that read, quote, "You're a good kisser. Your kisses are passionate. And I honestly don't get that a lot." Another read, "I want you to chase me because you want to, not because I want you to."
That's wild.
Hillsman was... Okay, we're going to stop and we're going to boo. I'm sorry, that's nasty. That's nasty. And again, now, this was a grown woman. You don't got no kids, but imagine you got a daughter.
Right.
And see, we only think that it's the men, but see,
it be women.
It's the woman that's doing it
but
too.
But see, they romanticize it and make it look pretty. Usually with white women, Lifetime movies, Hulu shows, the sexy hot teacher who. But she's a black woman, not as quote unquote. Let me not be the judge.
No, judge her. We gonna judge her.
Brand new LCP.
Like, she's not America's Next Top Model. You know what I'm saying? She's not getting a movie. She's not getting a movie deal.
Wait, hold on. Wait. So are you saying in relation to this lady, so because she's not like the universal look of appealing?
Yes. Like,
does that matter? That plays a part?
Yeah, they're going to shame her. They're going to drag her. However, her actions.
She's fat. She's sloppy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I will say, clearly that type of communication is inappropriate. And number 2, as far as mental health is concerned, like based on the text message, even if you were like telling that to a person your age, it kind of sounds like there are some insecurities with her.
Yeah.
No,
you're my person. You're 13, but you're my person.
And I've never been kissed like this. And
but that's a lie, though.
Like, clearly,
we know that's a lie.
Like, but I mean,
no, because when folks is horny, they say, "I've never done this for you in my life. You're my person." Like, that's something she said that in the moment. Right. She was horny. You're my person. Or she probably wanted the girl to send her a nude. You're my person. You got to finesse it.
And we talk about fetishes and stuff like that. And perhaps it's more of a like wanting to like dominate or be in control or sort of doing this weird.
And we know you can do that. Those mind games.
Yeah, the mind games.
Especially when it's a teenager.
Yeah, but it's just like, it's still weird to chase after like a child it's not even. Okay, I know I'm probably going to get canceled. That's fine. It's not even the fact that they're 13. It's like they probably don't even know how to wipe themselves good. Like they probably have a good hygiene.
So now when you were 13,
right? Did
you have good hygiene? Did you know how to wipe yourself properly? Like did your mom or your dad teach you?
My mama taught me, but then you be in the locker room and you smell this.
Yeah, you smell the fish. Yeah, you smell the fish.
And so I remember going to my mom. I'm like, Mom, like I feel like pH off. I mean, this is the word I know now. And she told me what to do. So, but you think about that's school. That's in Houston. That's in the hood.
Yeah,
this ain't no
they in the
upper
ghetto.
middle class, high class school. And so a lot of poor people unfortunately don't know how to educate or have a conversation with their children. And of course, we're not like
stinky shaming, whatever you want to call
like
it.
Children. But I'm just saying, like, as an adult working in that type of an environment, one, you shouldn't even be fooling with these little kids, and number two, they probably dirty.
Yeah.
Like, it's just nasty.
No, because I don't want to censor it on them being dirty.
Okay, bleep that part out.
No, because we're gonna do the late because even if they was clean,
it's not right.
It don't matter. Yeah, so let's not say it's cool if they're clean.
No, but my thing is mentally.
Okay.
So if you gonna fool with somebody,
yeah,
I would hope that maybe they're mature, right? Maybe there's something else, because sometimes people, they're not even necessarily trying to groom the kid to like act on them.
First of all, make sure that they're over 18.
18, all right. That's a legal
please,
age. That's a legal age. You know, because an adult can be 18 and date 17. All right, whatever. But what I'm saying is that, let's say it wasn't anything sexual, or well, she was kissing her, but let's remove that. Maybe she didn't have any friends, and
get your fat ass outside and go make some friends.
And the kids, was able to relate to her. I mean, when I was 13, 14, 15, I was able to hold conversation with adults. I was able to communicate with them. I couldn't call them my friend. That would be a little
but if you're a grown ass woman, I want to kiss them 13-year-old lips.
That's nasty.
Now, hold on. Now, again, somebody sent this and they said, I know you probably covered this, but can you do an episode on how mental illness does not make you want to sleep with middle school kids? The person that made, in the clip we just watched, she said that the person is wicked. So I want to dive into, I want to listen to what she had to say about her opinion. Of course, we're going to come back, dive into some more. So this is what she had to say.
Okay.
John, I don't believe mental illness causes someone to make them want to sleep with minors, especially a child. Especially if you're a teacher, you go to school to learn about kids' psychology, so you know that kids are very vulnerable when they trust you. So why would you break that trust and try to sleep with them? You can't find someone your own age.
No.
Mental illness has nothing to do with manipulating children and using their vulnerabilities to prey upon them and to sleep with them. It's very wicked, and it shows someone how they're desperate and wicked.
Hold on.
I agree.
Okay, so I'm going to clap it up first. Now, the only issue I have with what she said is that I do believe that mental health plays a part in some of it. Sometimes. Yeah. So I don't want to say that mental health does not, because it does. It absolutely
plays a part.
It does. 1,000%.
And I don't know the baby name, but it's definitely demonic. I definitely believe in the spiritual world, and people are possessed, and they do some things that if they were in their quote unquote right mind, they would not do. And so I think it's still fair. That's why in the courts of law, people have sanity commissions. They are checked out for competency, because as she referenced, like, if you're a mature adult, you're typically not going to, tip the boat. But clearly we see this situation is with a woman, but oftentimes there's a lot of men who are looking at these, young girls, and women in particular. We mature. We have titties, and I ain't had no ass, but some girls are thick and stuff like that. And sometimes you can't discern how old they are. So,
and then sometimes you ask them and they say, how old are you? I'm 19, but they really 15.
Right. And if you but I guess she's talking in terms of like people at the actual school.
Yeah. And
not every teacher take child psychology. Like,
but as a grown ass adult, I don't give a hell if you don't take psychology. This person is 13.
Right.
Go to school, work your job, try to make a difference, and take your black ass home.
No, man, people be having everybody has these weird skeletons in their closet.
They really do. And some skeletons are bigger than other people.
Some skeletons are bigger than others. And it's just like, I don't know, because people going to think,
yeah, like that's why. So, we going to go ahead. We going to try to skate out.
Yeah.
We going to skate to something more ghetto and ratchet to where we can kind of.
I'm never going to just like, nothing is ever black and white.
It ain't black and white, but I try to,
Yeah, we ain't trying to get.
Yeah, now I found the video. Now somebody sent me a video, and first of all, I'm going to play the video.
Okay.
And I want to know what you think. It's about a guy, and I guess he was expressing the fact that he got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas.
Nick Cannon.
No, not Nick. I think Nick got about 13.
Oh, that's right.
And he was saying that he ain't gonna do shit for none of them kids because he told all their baby mamas, don't have them kids. The fact that you had the fact that you had those kids, you had those kids even after I said don't have them. So, but now, bitch, you're on your own. So now, listen to what he had to say first, and because of course you as a woman, I would love to know your opinion. So this is what he had to say about them 7 little nappy headed kids.
See, I'm happy it was you, not me.
So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want. And I don't give a fuck what nobody think about it. You're not going to force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that going to have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with. Because you're going to be like, one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid I done told her or them I did not want. Another thing is, these just jump offs. These the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body and they think I want to be a father to a child for one of them?
So what does that say about him? Wait. So if you want to talk about wicked, that's wicked. That's demonic.
Now, which part?
I think, let me say this, on both sides. But even more so, you're on social media and you're projecting like bad behavior. I'm just using this example. And you're going to say, okay, you decide to sleep with a woman who you, like, okay, you're not doing anything for him. She availed her body to you, but you're also planting your seed inside of it. Like, you're producing your DNA
100%.
With this woman. But then you're going to say like, oh, why would I want a baby with some? Why? It's like his logic it sounds stupid because he's trying to badmouth these women, but he's also making himself look stupid. But I know there's a double standard.
There's a double standard to where, yes, because of course, everything he's saying, he looks stupid. Right. But now, like the conversation we had off air, it's just like when it comes to like men and women having their whole phase, the woman is always going to lose because she has to hold the baggage. The person that's left holding the suitcase, the luggage, automatically loses because the guy get to walk away swinging his arms. Right. Because, and like I said, because you're right. Like that is trash.
Because it's like, and then there's this whole moral standpoint of like abortion and, you know, should you abort, should you not abort? And it's just like,
and that's why you always hear me talk about the preparation, the part before the sex even happens. Yeah. Because yes, it would be nice if a guy, if he respects you, if he cares about you, but we live on Earth. This ain't the Disney Channel. Right. On Earth, you gonna get this. Yeah. Most of the time, you gonna get this. Yeah. So yes, you have to use your own discernment, your own, you know, mental space to actually know what. Not really. I don't think this guy's serious. Right. So because I don't give a damn if you're on birth control, you use condoms. Anytime you lay down with somebody, you are just accepting the risk of STDs or sex. Yeah. Everything. Yeah. Every time you have sex with somebody, you can meet them tonight. When you lay down, you are now. You don't got to accept it verbally. Right. You are accepting those
physical
risks.
Manifestation.
Exactly. I agree 100%. A lot of what he said was trash. But
it's true.
It's true.
It's true.
The woman is left holding the baby. And that's why all the time I spend so much time talking about preparation, being smart, and sometimes women, oh my God, you're hating. I'm like, how am I hating when I'm telling you?
You're just trying to
I'm telling you what's going to happen. I don't know my dad. Right. A lot of men, women I know don't know their dads. And the women are left holding the bag. Yeah. Single mom, 2 kids, 3 kids, and the guy started a whole nother family 20 years later when he was ready. So you gotta be smart. You gotta be mindful.
I just wonder, like, did he? I mean, it's 7 kids. It's not a lot, but it's a lot. This is what I mean.
That's a lot of kids. I'm sorry.
Let me say this: like, if he was on baby mama number 4, or I'm sorry, 5, and I wonder if he disclosed this. Like, it doesn't even matter. No, I'm not even gonna wear my brain.
No, but I'm saying it don't matter if he disclosed it. Like because look,
like I wonder if he told them, I got kids, I don't take care of them. Like, I wonder if he said all that. Because and that can matter.
But that's the issue for me. That's the issue for me because yes, Yeah, he should have. But nobody's always going to tell you nothing. That's why you got to sit back and like. That's why I tell people all the time: don't rush.
Right.
You got to take the time. I know these days people don't tell you. You got to ask questions, the tough questions. So like you can use your own judgment.
Yeah.
Nobody going to tell you everything. So when I know that met men and the man got a whole wife at home, but I was dating him for a year and a half. How you didn't know he had a wife at home and he was leaving you, going home with his wife? Because like. I'm trying to pick my words wisely here, because like this type of conversation, I get annoyed because if you date somebody for a year and a half and you don't know he got a wife and kids at home,
you're just being delusional.
Yeah, nobody's going to tell you everything.
Yeah, and you're just not accepting reality because you're always just like, not being guilty of like giving people the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, okay, no.
And I've told you can't do that. Then they had
a whole little situation on the side, like, what the fuck? So it happens.
I always tell you that you can't expect somebody to tell you to like, because I know people say, yeah, when I start, I'm gonna trust you until you give me reason not to. No, you starting behind the curve already.
Yeah,
like when you trust until you give me reason not to, opening the door to bullshit. Yeah, because now everything he say you're gonna believe because you trust him until you give me reason not to. So no, with me you start at zero, and then as you work your way up, through the course of me actually seeing how you are, just seeing how you just behave and just everything, then you go up to 10, 15, but you never going to start at 100 with me. Because then 100% I trust you. I can tell you anything for however long until you find that I'm lying. Yeah. So no, we not doing that. That's what, I mean, but what's your final thoughts on 7 baby mamas, 7 baby daddies, and I ain't gonna care for none of them kids. That's what he said. He said, "Fuck them kids." He said, "Fuck." He said, "I told you I ain't want them kids."
I'm just
kiss my ass.
Most niggas. I'm sorry. Most men.
You can say niggas. No, we gonna put the explicit logo.
Most of them just don't do it. Right?
What you mean? Don't do what?
They just don't be involved. Right? But it's like for you to really put on your monkey suit and then get on.
Who the monkey? My man the monkey?
Yeah. It's just like you look, it's just, actually it breaks my heart. No, like seriously, it breaks my heart because.
I gotta add the sad instrumental next time to kind of put the.
No, because like we could be so much better if we had community, if we had active dads. Like this is your seed walking around. You're not in prison. You know what I'm saying? You're not dead. The least you can do is try to build. Nigga, I don't care if you gotta spread it out over the year. Okay, 1 month I'm gonna spend 2 weekends. If you want to be a shitty dad, be a shitty dad, but at least make yourself appear in their life. Because then these kids, I mean, we do know a lot of men who don't have their fathers, they end up, doing amazing things. And they end up becoming amazing fathers. We know that.
Pat myself on the back when
absolutely.
I'm listening.
But imagine how much more powerful you would have been had you had a positive father figure in your life. Even if he saw you 2 days out the week and he's just speaking life into you, calling you a king and you're worthy and daddy don't have it, but I just want you to know you're capable of doing X, Y, and Z. Because sometimes it's not even about the financials that you can provide, but just showing time and love. Sometimes that's all you need, and it's gonna get watered along the way. So the fact that you were reckless and you continuously do that and you're just being dismissive of all your kids and not now one of them, what type of just individual human being are you? You don't got one favorite out of 7 of them.
He said, "Fuck all them kids."
Because usually, sometimes you be like, damn, I didn't dip myself in a little side piece. She got pregnant.
I mean, but can you have a favorite? He said, "I didn't want none of them."
Shit, I don't want no kid. But I ain't pregnant either. I never got pregnant either. But with this, it's you continuously impregnate. You going into women raw. And to me, it's you're purposely impregnating them because you not
But you can't take away blame from the other side, though.
Clearly,
you can't take away blame from the other side if they wasn't raped.
No, I'm not taking blame away. They grabbed from the other side.
And they put his raw penis on in there. So we gotta be fair.
He's a menace to society. He need to be in prison. I'm quick to want somebody outside. Wait. I'm quick to try to get somebody out. But
okay. So So no, before we get
jail.
We get off this, let's make an example. Okay. So let's say, for example,
excuse me. I'm sorry. I got something to say.
Say it. Come on.
I have a great friend. A great friend of mine. I'm not gonna shout him out, but my boy, he got 8 kids. He got an 8 kid on the way.
Let's call him Leon. Leon got 8 kids. Okay.
My boy Leon. You know what's saying, Leon? I know you know. Anyway, so homie got 8 kids. Now, I ain't about to give all the specifics, but when I tell you he makes time and effort to spend, baby, he'll get like a you got like what Suburbans or something like that.
Them kids, truck.
Bro, them kids be packed in there, but he is intentional about spending time with his kids.
Just clap it up for young Lily.
But you be like, bro, like you don't need no more kids, but nigga, I love you. You don't need no more kids, and he won't marry all of the women,
But like I said, high chances. I mean, but like I said, because you're right. But like, I never want to take away from the fact that for everybody who's giving, is somebody receiving. Yeah. So like, let's not forget that part, because like I said, like if I leave the store, or if I'm going to my car, I left the supermarket, and somebody give me money, am I wrong for taking it?
No. But
if you don't want me to have the money, don't give it out to me.
So let me ask you something.
Yeah, please. Be raw, be blunt.
Okay. So you were like, I think you keep going back to the women, right? And
because I'm trying to make sure that they're not left out.
Yeah, and so I'm more so curious to know, is he telling them? Well, he said he's not even doing much to have sex with them,
which means that the sex is happening fast.
It's happening fast.
Yes.
Unprotected.
Yes.
With a stranger.
Yes.
And you getting pregnant.
Yes. And when somebody's giving, there's somebody's receiving. That's why I'm saying I don't want that part to be left out. I'm doing the bare meat. I'm buying these hoes a Mickey D's or anything like that, and it's coming off. So which means that the ladies aren't even taking the time to actually get to know who he is first.
You meet me. Good job.
Yeah, you meet me. All you know is my name. You know nothing about my character.
He
nothing.
A bum. He don't probably ain't got no damn job, because if he had 7 kids, child support officers, they coming after him in his paycheck. So I don't know how he's finessing.
But in conclusion, like I said, stories like this, no, it's why I always say you got to be mindful of who you sleep with. Because I speak about this all the time, where I see somebody, they meet a guy Monday, and by Wednesday, he all over their page. And I'm like, do you know him yet? Do you know him?
Do you know him?
Yeah.
Go to church.
No, like how people say love bomb. It's where you meet somebody and they just do all the super sweet, loving things in the honeymoon phase. And now, if you're not used to that, your mind automatically goes.
In love.
Yeah, your mind goes to, this is my man,
husband.
And then you end up probably his 8th baby mama. Mm-hmm. That's why I say you got to be mindful. You got to be aware. You got to be alert, because over here, we try to give the best advice. Sometimes it's not received well, but when you tune into the
LCP,
we try to do our best to spread awareness. Now, another topic that was on my mind, but now when going back to social media, so we talk about it off mic, where somebody meet a guy, lady meet a guy, and he's all over their Instagram account, Snapchat, because it's the honeymoon stage, it's loving, it's sweet, and then they post all this shit when it's happy, when it's great.
Boy, they delete every goddamn. You be like,
but that's my issue, because when they delete it, they never tell us what happened.
Right?
It's like don't show me a 3-hour movie and now at the ending the screen go black. No, what happened?
And then like they delete all the pictures, and then all of a sudden like they back together again. So I'm just like, I wouldn't even want to tell people at this point. You know what I'm saying? But. I'm sorry, what's your question?
No, and I'm saying, like, that's the issue I've had, because I don't post nothing online, because I'm the even said with I remember 2 years ago, and I mentioned it before, where somebody asked, well, do you love your mama? I never seen you post your mama. And I'm like, I text my mama. Mm-hmm. Like, I have my mama phone number.
Right.
Like, not posting somebody don't mean you don't love them.
Right.
But now, everything is just so entrenched in social media. Mm-hmm. Like, when it was my mom's birthday, my sister's birthday, I called him. I texted him. Yeah. I don't got to make a long post and tag you on Instagram to show that it's real.
Yeah. And I mean, for me personally, I think probably when I feel like probably when I was in college, I may have posted like, and it wouldn't even be no.
You was going overboard.
I'm trying to see if we even had I'm trying to see. We had a picture together on Instagram. Yeah, and it probably was my mama who posted the picture. It wasn't me. Like, I'm like not the one to be overly displayed unless it's something like random. But it's not no, people want to display all the romantic stuff. It probably was very probably a neutral situation.
It makes me cringe. I hate it. I don't like it because, like I said, people do that, and we know no couple's perfect. So now when it's an argument, when it's like down times. Like, if you're not going to post good and the bad, don't just post the good.
Yeah, and I think I may have posted one picture publicly of my ex-boy. And it was probably some other people in the background. Like, it was real low-key. So, I mean, to each his own, but...
I mean, hold on. Now, again, I got a voicemail from this. Now, somebody said, I'm going to send it a voice message because I feel like I did this in the past to a certain extent. Okay. So let's see what she had to say. Hopefully it play. Let's see what she had to say.
I could speak more on my last relationship. Of course, you want to always share the good moments. You want to show the world you're happy. You want to show the world how you're being loved or whatever. But in my situation, we also share a son together. So in the process of the breakup, I didn't want to announce to the world this is what was going on. I didn't want to throw out our dirty laundry, regardless of what, because we share kids together. At the end of the day, I still got to deal with this person, have this person in my life and my kids' life. Mm-hmm. So in a sense, you don't want to show that ugly part of certain things. It's okay to post, I'm feeling down today or I don't want to get out of bed today because we're going through our process. But as for me, that's why I wouldn't post none of the negativity or what happened or dog the other person. That was still a person I shared X amount.
Now hold on, I'm gonna pause because it's a whole nother part to the message. But now see, like, I'm not saying post what happened. Hey, we broke up because no, I'm not saying that. But don't post memes and kind of, because on the memes you can kind of pick up on the narrative in relation to what happened, in relation to because you know how the memes be. Mm-hmm. If a man don't appreciate, if a man step out on you, then so you could kind of pick up. Okay, so you're saying it's his fault. So folks can read in between the lines and can pick up on what you post and how you're posting it.
I do get annoyed. I do get annoyed at those subliminal messages. However, I am a fan,
because that's what they are.
I am a fan of married people who's been through some shit, and then and of course if they're married, 9 times out of it depends on the class of married people, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry to say that. But, middle class, upper class, married folk, I feel like if they're going through a patch, you probably won't see them delete the pictures of their significant other, but you'll just start seeing more pictures of them by themselves, right? And in some kind of way, a couple of months, 10 months down the line, you'll start seeing them back together. But what would be nice is if they can give a testimony as to what, not sharing all their business, but sometimes if you're sharing your downfalls, it can be freeing to, a young
other
couple.
Folks that's going through it.
Yeah, another couple who's going through something. It's just bro, share in the testimony. Now that you guys are in a really good place, how did you guys overcome? What was the root of the issue, and how did you guys get through it? Because so many people are willing to give up, once they,
go through a bump in the road or something like that.
And it's just you can sense, even though you're not supposed to look at social media as real life, but if you constantly posting some stuff with your husband, and I'm only speaking of people who are in long-term committed relationships, you're posting something and all of a sudden y'all, you didn't just decide overnight that I ain't gonna post my business no more. Something happened. Yeah. And so I'm more so curious to know what happened and how did you guys overcome? Not that I'm trying to be in your business, but I love a good testimony. You know me. I love a good testimony.
Yeah, you do. You definitely do. No. Because something else, oftentimes when problems happen, it's not something that just happened on a Monday night. Oftentimes it's a gradual build up. Right. You're giving us the bullshit to the build up, because oftentimes when couples break up, she ain't just come home Monday night, things just plateau. Right. It's a gradual build up oftentimes of that until you get to that plateau. But up until that plateau, and now you decide to finally have the backbone, the strength to walk away. Maybe I forgot the couple, but they was always posting great pictures, amazing, lovey, and then they broke up, and she said, "Yeah, for the last 2 years I wasn't happy," and I'm like, But for the last 2 years.
Could have fooled us, huh?
Yeah, you was fooling us for 2 years. And I wish I knew the couple talk because it's a celebrity couple.
Yeah,
and
so
that's what
I don't
mean.
I don't like them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like fake happiness. But again, people make, I keep forgetting this is also a business. People do make money.
Will and Jada, it's a business.
Yeah.
It's a business.
Posting, shit, and how many likes they get.
Yeah.
And so
LeBron,
they can
Savannah,
take the
Russell,
picture.
Sierra.
Even a pastor, Pastor Mike Todd, I remember I was watching something and he had showed a picture of him and his wife, beautiful picture, and they did a conference of it was like a relationship conference, and what he shared was like, y'all see this picture and it looks great, but my wife told me that night, like she couldn't stand me anymore, and they had to, after he just finished preaching about love and marriage and like working through like these hiccups, is like him and his wife was, at war with each other. But from the outside,
that's how it be. Behind closed doors, that's when the fight happens. That's when everything is made behind closed doors. But now, when it comes to the public eye, people they're gonna push out what they want. Hey, look at us smiling. Look at us. But no, I'm like, no. That's why online, I've always been honest about mental health, depression. And that's why when somebody told me at the end of last year that, man, something you said in your stories made me go seek therapy. I'm like, that's why you got to be open, because you never know. People seeing, you have the strength, the courage to speak up about just being a human, having flaws. That can encourage somebody else who might not be comfortable to do that to finally do it.
Yeah.
That's why I always give a shout out to Joe Budden, because like I said, when I was going through my mental health and depression, like his music is what helped me, because I'm like,
for you.
yeah, because I'm like, damn, like I don't really see a lot of black men speak on this. It's often the front, the facade, the fake, but he was open about mental health, wasn't it? And I'm like, it helped me. Yeah. And that's why I say, like, I always try to do that and just lead by example. Yeah. That I don't have to go online and just, I'm the best, I'm amazing. No. Someday you just don't feel the best. Right. That's just normal. It's okay to just not wake up and feel great. And no, sometimes you just don't feel it.
And those moments are so, especially if people have a following, I feel like you have a moral duty to check in with the people and say, look, I know my life appears to be perfect, but it's not, and not to be like, woe is me, because again, I know we talk about the teaching, the psychology, and blah blah blah, but in all honesty, I feel like when you have a platform and you have a following, there is I feel like a certain level of moral obligation. Of course, you're not entitled to, you don't have to do shit, but young people, you talking about young people who are influenced by the things that you're posting, I think they need to see like life isn't always perfect. You know what I mean? Sometimes it fucking sucks. 100%. But also like show like I can get through this. People keep forgetting about like actual real life. They be so glued to their phone, completely dismissing the real world. So I do believe that people who have maybe a large following and always with these little pretty little pictures and they do need to kind of share, like maybe if they, especially if the little stories, just say like, not my bad. They don't have to get like detail.
Yeah, but like,
that messes with their image. You
exactly right. That mess up their image. That mess up the likes, and that's why I said, man, before we get out, I want to give a shout out to somebody. I never met this person in life, but she listens to the podcast. So hold on, I want to give a shout out to BK Rez, where she was
she from Brooklyn.
I think so. Now you know how you see people, or like you see a post and like you can kind of read in between the lines. Yeah. So she posted something last year. Like I said, I've never met her in person. Yeah. I don't know her like deeply, but it's just like she posted a picture. She was pregnant, and she posted something about mental health. Yeah. And I kind of did like a light check in. This was like 6 months ago, and I just forgot I even checked in. And the other day she posted. Now I want to put what she posted, because she said, mental health issues, pregnant. Yeah. And he checked in on me, and she posted me, tagged me, whatever. She said he inspired me to do the same for others, be the change you want to see. He is also funny, gotta give myself a pat.
You straight.
And she said, follow him because I am grateful. So I want to give a hand clap. Like I said, most times, like when I check in on strangers, I just do it and keep it moving. Yeah. And the fact I did this about 6, 7, like I forgot I even checked in. And the fact that me checking in those 1 or 2 times, like even stuck with her 6 months later. Yeah. And she just had the baby. I'm like, see, stuff. That's why I said you never know, even checking on somebody once or twice, like what that means to certain people.
Yeah, my friend, quote unquote, Leon checked on me. Like, she like, young blood, you good? You know, I haven't heard from you. Just making sure you're straight. You know, so that's always a blessing to have people check in.
Now, I mean a genuine check-in. Like, don't check in before you start begging. Cause we all know black folks that like to check in before. Hey, how you doing?
I probably asked him for $20.
Nah, don't do that. But now, hold on. I do want to get to the last part of homegirl message. So let's see what she had to say.
And I was still a person I shared X amount of years with, you know, created memories with, shared household with, got to share my kids with. So in my case, you know, I wouldn't put the negativity up. You know, maybe when we're at that point where it's more of a friendship, then something along those notes to announce certain announcements. But in my case, I don't see the point of that. I feel like it would affect more what we're trying to do now than...
I agree. So I want to give her a hand clap, man.
Brand new LCP.
Like said, everything she said, I agree with in relation to, you know, the family and wanting to keep things cordial. Now, like I said, I don't like the fact that people think like when you kind of mention the breakup that it has to be negative, that it has to be something that's going to affect you guys' friendship. It don't gotta be.
Yeah,
you could just say something, you know, just. Like I said, folks say, man, you know, we was going through something. We just grew apart. We still friends. It's still great.
Yeah.
Like, just so when you post something about the breakup, it don't gotta be
like
this
Megan
piece
and
of
Divine.
shit, this motherfucker. Yeah, it don't gotta be that.
Yeah.
But like I said, because like you said before earlier off mic, sometimes we get invested. If we like, if I'm following a chick and I see this motherfucker every day, and now it's like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I'm like, where he at?
Yeah.
I'm going through your story. Like, where is Terrence at? And now, next thing you know, next month, which happens a lot, Terrence is gone after 4 years. Now, a month later, oh yeah, this is my boo. Chad.
A month later, that must be some holy divine
I'm just saying,
healing.
Because you know now when folks is hurt, when they need healing, a lot of folks, the quickest way to move on is to another dick, is to some more pussy, and I'm like. It's okay to take the time to heal, to just take the time to decompress, because moving on to somebody else when you're not over the last person, it's just like
no judgment, but it used to be
judgment. I'm sorry.
I mean, a little bit. I mean, I know a girl I went to high school with. I mean, as a grown woman, I mean, like last few years, you know, I will see her. She'll have a dude. She posting him and bam, they out, and then it's like. A couple of months later, there's a new bae, and then you know, love of my life, and I'm just like, okay, and then like literally, I'm not even joking. It'll be like a couple of men she went through, and like you just posting, and I'm just like, no, like what are you doing?
I mean, but
like, how can he like? Okay, that's not my business. See,
yeah,
we're in
the era of if it's not posted, then it's not happening. So if I'm going through it, I gotta post it. They gotta see it. But as we all know, that's how the world works. That's how the world turns. But before we get out of here, man, I want to get back to ending the episodes with a little music, man. So my guy Nick Grant came out with a single last year, "As the World Turns," which segues perfectly. So we're gonna end it off with my guy Nick Grant. This is As the World Turns. Again, you guys can follow him on Instagram, Nick Grant, Spotify, Apple Music, Nick Grant, dope artist. He's from South Carolina by way of Atlanta. So, man, make sure you guys stay tuned and stay locked in. This is Nick Grant, As the World Turns.
Keep on getting it paper as the world go round. Let's keep on getting it paper as the world go round. Why don't you tell me, won't you pull up, riding, sliding, vibing, nodding, gliding, popping, dozing, rolling, candy paint. Yeah. Pull up, riding, sliding, vibing, nodding, gliding, popping, dozing, rolling, candy paint. NGSC trill, nigga. Cocaine flow, I'm still whipping. Pain in my gift, that's an ill mixture. Niggas freeze your frame like still pictures. Get the leaning on you like Bill Withers. Took time off, but they still mention me. Go, nigga. Ho, nigga, like Young Mike with the nose, nigga. Yeah, the competition can't stand the rain when I hit the mic like the fourth member. If it's about the green, ought to choke niggas. If this shit a flick, it's a cold thriller. Got the heart of gold, she's a gold digger. If you see me with it, then it's goals, nigga. Thought he was your dog and he told, nigga. Yeah, they caught him singing like in Vogue, Pussy, money, power, all a nigga knows. You can keep your flowers, I just want the dough. Give your block a shower, granny watching soaps. Feel like Misty Cope, landing on my toes. Look at my account, man, this shit is gross. Carolina, baby, put it on my shoulders. Niggas got the powder, come and treat your nose. Blood, sweat, and tears, gay this shit my soul. Nigga, what you know? Pull up, riding, sliding, vibing, nodding, gliding, popping, dozing, rolling, candy paint. Pull up, riding, sliding, vibing, nodding, gliding, popping, dozing, rolling, candy paint. They want it too bad. That paper won't last. They get it, then crash. That's good for your ass. Oh yeah, they too mad. You talk like you bad. Your house made of glass. They going out too sad. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up.
Riding, swerving, you know.
Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up.
All that player shit. Yeah.
Brand new LCP.